So here is my other amiibo. I just purchased this off of Amazon, which I didn't have to because I went to Walmart and there was like 10 of them there. But anyway, this is I was really happy because Amazon finally delivered something undamaged for once, so that was awesome. But yeah, this is the Twilight Princess amiibo bundle. This one I did not open. I want to keep this one in the package, and I'm going to wait and see if possibly Nintendo has done this with other ones that came in bundles. They'll come out with them individually later. So yeah, it's actually a really cool amiibo. It's one of the most ambitious, I guess, as far as size and design. You got the wolf on the two rocks there, which is on a pedestal, and then you got Midna on top, which obviously is Link. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one packaged and possibly get another single amiibo so I can have it out. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed when I read that Nintendo was releasing another re-release on the Wii U, which obviously they did with the Wind Waker. It's just you know, I played this game on the, you know, the GameCube, and as much as, and you could also play it on the Wii obviously, but the upgrade to HD isn't that impressive to me. I would rather have a new Zelda game, and I realize they're working on it, but you know, just it's not like the HD is any big deal for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does look amazing in HD now that Nintendo finally has an HD console, but I'd rather see the new Zelda, or I'd rather see a brand new Metroid in the meantime. Unfortunately, Nintendo seems to skip a generation with Metroid, so I'm not sure we're going to get one on the Wii U. But anyway, so there's that. And then there's also this one, which, the Mega Man Legacy Collection. This one I'm pretty much absolutely going to keep in the package no matter what. Same thing, if they release this one as a single amiibo, I'll get it again for the $12.99 retail if I can get my hands on it. But this is simply, not only is it the same exact pose as the original Mega Man that came out, but it's a gold Mega Man, but this is simply just Mega Man 1 through 6. So if you are a hardcore NES collector as I am, you may already own Mega Man 1 through 6 and just play it on your NES. Or if you really want to play it in HD, you could buy it on the eShop. I know, at least on the PlayStation 4 or 3 for that matter, I'm pretty sure you can get it for $30. So yeah, that's the other amiibo bundle. It has a couple of extra things going for it here. Yeah, here's the extra stuff. I don't know if this is worth buying the Nintendo version to use the amiibo, but 2 theme downloads, 4 stickers, 18 songs from Mega Man 1 through 6, more than 100 additional museum images, 11 bonus unlockable challenge using the Mega Man amiibo. So yeah, I mean, you get a little bonuses with the amiibo functionality, but you know, so I'm waiting for the, I think I have a couple more Animal Crossing coming, and then obviously, as I stated, they have the new Kirby round coming out. Alright, and over here we have my Wii remotes that I'm collecting. So far, these are all the special ones they've come out with. The one all the way on the right there, I was really lucky to get, because, I mean, obviously that came out with Skyward Sword for the Wii when it came out. I was not lucky enough to get one of the first copies, but I actually got that on Club Nintendo. I had enough saved up when they reissued it a second time, and it was basically gone in like 5-10 minutes. So I was really lucky to get that. But if you look at that, it's really nice. I mean, it's obviously the gold. You got the white power button with the red. And then it's really cool. They got the Himalayan Shield crest right there. And, you know, gold number 1 and 2. And gold plus and minus signs there. Really cool that I got that. I also got the nunchuck, the gold nunchuck, which was also obtained on Club Nintendo. Unfortunately, that's not going on anymore, so I kind of missed that a lot. And of course, you got Peach's Wii Remote, Bowser. Peach got the little crown on the speaker, Bowser insignia, and of course, Mario and Luigi on the left and right, and then Toad there in the middle. And I believe they're coming out with a Samus Aran one from Metroid, and I think they're coming out with another one. I can't remember what it is now. But, and then all of these Nintendo figures I got scattered are actually, there's your Mario hiding there. You got 3 different Toads, 2 of the same color. I got Fire Mario, regular Mario, another regular Mario. I got a Koopa behind the Wii Remote there. Luigi, another Luigi. That's 2 different color schemes. Got Yoshi, Wario, Daisy. Got some more up here. Hammer Mario, Hammer Brother, Koopa, Bomb-Omb, Shy Guy. There you got Gold Mario, Raccoon Mario, another Luigi, R2-D2 there. I'm a Packer fan, if you probably saw over there. I got the World Champion banner. I got an Aaron Rodgers sealed package. Getting off topic of gaming, but it's all my stuff up there. Back up Lars Ulrich there is a Starship Enterprise that came packaged with the DVD for the new Star Trek with J.J. Abrams. Let's see here. Obviously a huge Ninja Turtles fan. It's a Ninja Turtle bank. There you got Tetris. It's not worth that much, but it's Tetris boxed. I think I glanced over this area before, but this is my Super Famicom case, which is really nice. So over here I have, I just have 2 sets of these little plastic drawer compartments. I have various things in here. This is basically overflow of stuff. Pretty decent condition Game Boy Color. That's the clear purple version. Third-party GameCube controller. Let's see. Got an old Wavebird in here. Remember that was so cool at the time because I guess back when the GameCube was out, I guess what was it, the PlayStation 2 was out. I think that was the same generation. And for me, just strictly sticking to Nintendo, I had never obviously played a console that I could do wireless controllers. So at the time, this was really cool. I thought the Wavebird worked really well. It was a well-designed controller. Extra Super Nintendo controller. Who can forget the Game Genie? Used that a lot. That was a lot of fun back in the day. I'm going to have to maybe put that back in, although I know a lot of hardcore gamers think that's cheating. And I remember hearing that Nintendo is actually trying to sue, what was the company that made this? Galoob? I remember they were trying to get this off the market because just like Nintendo went after so many other entities, like they're unlicensed developers and the whole Blockbuster thing and all that. This was like supposedly copyright infringement and changing their games and stuff like that. But yeah, for that whole story, actually, I would check out the Video Game Historian. He's got a really cool episode or two on Nintendo's copyright fights, but in particular the Game Genie one. He could do a better justice on that. This is my gold Wii Classic controller. Or was this called the Classic controller? No, it wasn't the Pro controller, because that's what the new one is. But anyway, whatever. Your classic Sega Genesis controller. This is actually kind of a stupid thing. This is supposed to be a like a permanent charge station for your Game Boy SP. But basically, the charger just plugs into the bottom of this thing, and then you plug the system into there. It's kind of stupid. It's just like a pass-through device. I don't know why I got that. Let's see here. These are a couple of NES Max controllers I got that both of them actually work horrible. I think that's because the directionals on these don't always hold up over time. But and this is a Arkanoid controller. If you Arkanoid is basically a Breakout clone that's on the NES, but it's got a lot of elements that are different from like back when it was on Atari or whatever. Through the years, there's been so many Breakout clones, but if you do play a Breakout on the NES, this is a must. I don't even know if you can play it with a regular controller or not, but this was a specifically special controller made by Taito. That's a really good game, though. I enjoy Arkanoid quite a bit. Let's see what we got in here. Here is my Lynx, my Atari Lynx. This is actually in really good condition. Let's see here. So yeah, there you go. That's the Lynx 1. And it's kind of a cool system for its time. It was really ahead of its time. This is just a little screen cover, and you can actually lift this guy up somehow. It's been a while since there you go. And this actually goes like this. These two side pieces come out and it locks into place there. See if I can get the other side. This is difficult to do with one hand. There you go. And basically this was made so like you could put this over the screen here. Like so. And then so like if you were playing out, you know, you were on the beach or something, this should shield the sunlight, which is actually pretty ingenious little contraption. But I was really lucky to find one in this great of condition. The screen, short of a little dust, you see there is just flawless. I wonder if I have a game in here, because there's a really cool thing with this system. No batteries, so, but you put a game in here, and then if you look at the buttons on the right here, you have flip, which is basically pretty cool because it basically caters to if you're left or right-handed. So obviously if you're right-handed, you play normally like this. If you're left-handed, you could flip it over and it will invert the image, and then your directionals on the right and your buttons are on the left. So I think that's kind of cool. I think officially this was the first color console, portable console, LCD or whatever. Like I said, for its time, it was pretty impressive, but Nintendo's stronghold on the industry and the cheaper price point of the Game Boy just absolutely crushed it. So this didn't last too long, but they actually came out with a Lynx 2. It's a little bit more compact design, but anyway, moving along here. Got a spare RF adapter. This is just, you know, your random stuff in here. Here's a Game Gear, which once again is another portable console that got absolutely crushed by the Game Boy. But aside from the battery life being horrible and it being a lot more expensive, This was actually better than the Game Boy, but you know, portability wasn't really an option because the battery life was just horrible. You see, I got the Sega CD tuner. I got that more for just, I don't know, just the sake of having it or nostalgia or something, although I wasn't a Sega fan back in the day. But this was a little device you could put on your Game Gear and you could actually watch TV on it, which was kind of cool. But obviously now it will not work because they changed the signal. The signal from analog to digital. So it's basically worthless, but it's just kind of something cool to have. This is Sega Wide Gear. It's like a magnifying glass that makes your screen bigger. We saw lots of things like that for the Game Boy. SNES adapter. Got my Game Genie book. I actually have the book. If you don't have the book, it's not a big deal because these days you can get all the codes online, but it's kind of cool that I got the book. And there's an extension cable for NES, a couple other lame odds and ends in here. Let's see here. In the top drawer, this is just one big cluster of stuff, of HDMI cables, RCA cables, composite video, extension cords. Basically, most of this is extra composite videos and extension cords. Things that I might need for my retro gaming hookup or whatever. Okay, and this is the portable system that crushed everything. I think it's actually a pretty cool case. Here's some stuff rattling around in there. And that's the inside of the Game Boy case. This is my Game Boy Color. That's actually in better shape than the other one. Looks like I got a lot of loose batteries in there. I got some games here. I actually have a decent Game Boy collection. Quarth, which is basically like Tetris pieces coming down and you shoot them with a ship. There's a Pac-Man. I'm actually a really big Pac-Man fan. I remember when this Tetris came out, I played this endlessly. Tetris DX. Who doesn't love Tetris? They keep coming out with it today. It's just the same game. Kirby's Pinball Land. Awesome game. Most of this stuff that I just showed, I believe you can get it all on the eShop, except for maybe Tetris DX. This was a little doohickey that back when the Wii was prevalent, you could plug this into your Wii using the GameCube port, and then you could plug in either an NES controller or SNES controller for the, you know, the games that the consoles were originally on. Just a bunch of Wii U cases or controller cases. Let's see, what is this guy here? Oh, this is kind of cool. If you guys, if you're a Sega Genesis fan, you're into blast processing, this is an affordable way to play Master System games. I actually still thought about maybe getting a Master System, but this is the power base converter. So basically this just plugs right into your Sega Genesis. I'm not sure. I believe it works with Model 1, 2, and 3. I would check that to be sure, but I have Model 1 and it works. It fits perfectly over it. This is like designed on the bottom to fit perfectly over it, so you might have an issue with the other models, I'm not sure. But you plug this in, and then you can put Master System games and play them, and you can also put the cards. There was these little cards that they made for the system as well, and you can play those too. I have a couple Master System games. I don't have many. I kind of want to collect some more. It's basically like their NES, which, as we know, was crushed by Nintendo. But they sold pretty well. Japan, they did a lot better. Sega was huge in Japan, more than they were in North America. This is a pretty cool little gadget there. A lot better than the 32X was. Here I just have a lot of spare instruction booklets, which unfortunately we don't have instruction booklets anymore today. And I really don't mind it because I understand the times are changing. But there are some times when you buy a game digitally, or even when you buy a disc-based game, and there is no digital manual included. That is a problem. But most of the time you can figure out the games, but if you can't, you're kind of screwed. This is not gaming stuff at all. Let's see, what do we got in here? This is a Model 2 Super Nintendo. Basically, it's just smaller. The reset switch is a button instead of the toggle. The power is basically the same. It's a lot smaller, but it's a toggle switch. Not much to say about that. It's got composite video, unlike the NES Model 2 with the dog bone controllers that just went to RF video. But yeah, I actually have the original set up because I think it looks kind of cooler. This is the horrible Power Glove that never worked well for anything. I think there was only one game specifically made for it. Yeah, this is absolutely horrible. Don't buy this if you want to use it because it doesn't work very well. I just have it for nostalgia purposes. This is a Pro controller for the Wii U made to look like a Super Nintendo controller, which is why I bought it, but it doesn't work very well. It's not the best responsive controller. So I bought it because it looked cool. I haven't really used it in a long time, but if you see this, don't buy it. I don't know what company this is made for or made by. Yeah, if you see this model, don't buy it. These are the games, or the guns for the Justifier. This is the common blue controller, and then I have the rare orange or pinkish gun. I think I have this for the Super Nintendo and the GameCube. This is the Super Nintendo one. See, what do we got here? An original PlayStation controller. Yes, I have an original PlayStation. I believe it is up there somewhere. But yeah, this is just spare. I got spare Guitar Hero controllers here. This one's for the Wii, I believe.